Before there was football, there was Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo will always be my GOAT. Not because he's statistically the greatest, not because he has more goals, more trophies, or because I think he's better than Messi in every category. He is my GOAT because he was my introduction to football. My first real memory of football were watching Ronaldo at Manchester United during the late 2000s. Back then, I wasn't studying tactics, league tables, or title races. I was just a kid watching this unbelievable player do things that looked impossible. I remember watching him alongside Rooney and the rest of the Manchester United team that year and being completely fascinated. The confidence, the skill, the flair, the celebration. This kid knew that he could do it. He performed his best when people doubted him. Everybody seemed to love him. And as a child, it was impossible not to. The truth is that I was never a Manchester United fan at first. I was a Ronaldo fan. When Ronaldo played for Manchester United, I supported Manchester United. When he moved to Real Madrid, I followed him there. That was when I discovered that football was much bigger than the Premier League. I learned about La Liga, the Champions League, and this giant rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona. That was also how I discovered Messi.
Assistència de Xavi, més capradeta per a Messi, Messi, immens Messi, encara Messi.
Every El Clasico felt like an event. It wasn't just Real Madrid versus Barcelona. It was Ronaldo versus Messi. Two players at the absolute peak of football, still pushing each other to levels that we've never seen before. Messi was incredible. He still is. But my connection was always with Ronaldo, because he was there first. I followed Ronaldo to Juventus. I followed him back to Manchester United. Wherever he went, I went. I was not loyal to any club. I was only loyal to the club that Ronaldo was in.
12 years and 118 days since his last United appearance. Ronaldo plays for the Reds again.
As I got older, I started paying more attention to football beyond Ronaldo. I wanted to understand the leagues, the clubs, the history, what made supporters fall in love with the teams that they support. Ironically, it was during Ronaldo's second spell at Manchester United that I discovered Kevin De Bruyne. I think you know where this is going. Yes, at first it was something as simple as sharing a name. I liked him because his name was Kevin. But then I started watching him play. Then I discovered Manchester City. For real this time, not for who they were whenever whatever club Ronaldo was in was playing against them. Then I discovered Pep Guardiola, the football they played, their history, and what they were building. For the first time in my life, I became a fan of a club rather than a player. Today, I'm a Manchester City supporter. And my Manchester United friends still call me a traitor till today. They think I jumped ship because City was winning. Maybe that's what it looked like from the outside. But the reality was simpler. I was never truly a Manchester United fan. I was a Ronaldo fan. The moment Ronaldo left Manchester United, my attachment to Manchester United left with him. Because the attachment was never really about the club in the first place. Manchester City became the club that I genuinely fell in love with. But none of that changes how I feel about Cristiano Ronaldo. Football gave me many players to admire. It gave me clubs to support. It gave me rivalries, trophies, heartbreak, unforgettable moments. But Ronaldo gave me football. Without him, I probably wouldn't have cared enough to learn about the Premier League. I would not have discovered La Liga, Champions League, and football entirely as a concept. I'll just see football as oh, you guys are watching football. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Which is kind of still how I am, but my love for Manchester City makes me more immersed in the experience of what it is to be a football fan. So when people ask me, Messi or Ronaldo, I don't argue. Messi is one of the greatest players to ever touch a football. But Cristiano Ronaldo is my GOAT. Because before there was football, there was Ronaldo.
Muchas gracias, afición. Este es para vosotros. ¡Sí!